guys, welcome back to another video. Today's video, I'm going to be telling you how to start selling Funko Pops, either ones that, if like you're not really interested in anymore, and you want to learn how to sell them and make a good profit and everything like that. But before we get into the video, make sure you like, subscribe, do all that stuff. Turn on the little post notification bell. It will help out the channel. And consider buying the merch down below. But let's get into the video. Okay, first you have to understand some of the basics. Now, I recommend the PPG or Pop Price Guide because that shows how much a Funko Pop is worth. Most, I would say it's gonna be very hard to sell an out-of-box pop. They don't have the box for, unless it's like a super awesome grail worth a bunch of money. But otherwise, it's probably gonna not sell. But if it's like in pretty good condition and everything, and you look at its value and it's like worth selling, or if it's even not worth like the most, you still could sell it. Now next up, I'm going to be saying different ways of like how to sell it. First way is eBay. Now eBay's, I haven't personally sold anything on eBay. I've tried to, but there's a wider market on there, so it's harder for people to find your product, especially if it's more common and everyone can find it. But on eBay, I don't know how their shipping works, so I don't have much to say about eBay, but maybe other people do. And also, it's pretty hard because eBay can have scams, and so people don't know if it's a scam or not. But eBay, it could get you, like, if you just got a pop that's worth a lot, and it's like, you can't find it anywhere, you would probably put it everywhere, so eBay is one of those places and one of the most known. Okay guys, next up is Mercari, and this one's one that I use a lot and the one that I sold the most on, and it's pretty easy on how to get a listing up and everything. They have good deals on how to do all that stuff, and it's pretty simple how to do that. And then the naming and everything, all that is simple, and it has a lot of categories, so it's easy for people to find it and everything. Shipping, it can kind of go two ways. The first way is you have the buyer have free shipping and you pay it. And this is better for like more expensive pops. They get free shipping while you pay the shipping because you're already getting paid a lot with the large price. The second way is they pay money to ship it, and Mercari like creates the shipping label and everything. You just have to package it. That's all you have to do, so you still have to pay for packaging and all that stuff. But if you have like old boxes from things that you've gotten, then it could be pretty simple and all easy to do that stuff. Overall, and you can communicate with the people on Mercari. It's pretty easy, it's pretty good. I've had some instances where it was very hard and stuff. You cannot send your email address or anything if you want to send photos. So it's like, if you want to send more photos and that type of stuff, it's very hard. If you send an email address, you could be like split up. I had this whole thing going on for one thing that I sold, but it is really easy and everything. The prices, it'll recommend a good price range of where you should put it by looking at other pops, but it isn't the most accurate because it has a lot of filters and it's good at getting your like pop out to the world. But it kinda, they take a good portion, like percentage of your money. So like if you're trying to sell a pop for like $27 and you bought it for $20, then you'll probably get like $22. It's like $2 profit plus packaging. It's probably not even worth it or anything. But there are some other stuff, and so it's very flawed but also good. And then you can get your payout. The money's pretty simple. The thing is, it's kind of weird. This can lead to scams both ways. They have it so the buyer pays right as they buy the product, but then you ship it and do all that, but you don't get paid until the buyer receives it and gives you a rating. So that's very weird. It's supposed to protect so that like the person doesn't get paid and doesn't ship it, but then the customer could scam the seller, which almost happened to me, where someone bought it and everything, and I was heading to the actual post office, but then what happened is they canceled it right when I was about to ship it. They canceled they like canceled the thing. But the thing is, like, what if I already shipped it? Because I already marked it as shipped. So it's kind of iffy if you want to use Mercari. I personally recommend it because if you get in contact and like get person to person with the person with the person, like person to if you communicate with the person, then I think it goes pretty well. And overall, I think Mercari is one of the better options. Now, next up we have OfferUp. OfferUp, it's more for if you're doing, I recommend this if you have a big lot and it would be like a pain to ship, because if people are in your area, then you can either meet up at your location or they drive to you, and that would probably be better for a big lot of pops, and they can pick it up and get all the pops and everything, or singular pop. OfferUp does do shipping, but I have no experience with their shipping, so I don't know how well it goes and everything and how that process works. But I have sold stuff from like, and you go to meet the buyer and everything. It could be sketchy, but also true with communicating, and it doesn't give the direct address unless you give it to meet up at your house and everything. But overall, OfferUp is a pretty interesting choice, but since it is people in your area, and if you live in a less populated area, it might be hard to sell. Now, next up, I have a good recommendation for selling either grails that you don't want to like somehow be scammed if you're worried about that, or commons that like are probably not going to sell online pretty fast. I would say go to a local comic shop and see how they work it out. But you can just go there and you can like trade in pops with the pops that they have. That's a really good deal. It depends on like what type of comic shop and everything. And then you can sell stuff there. Of course, they are gonna make like they have to resell it, so they're not gonna give you the best price. But if you've tried something to put online, it hasn't been selling for months, and you don't like it, but you just don't want to get rid of it, then I feel like that's the best thing to do. And you get some type of money in exchange. And grails, I've never sold a grail ever, but yeah. And most comic shops do buy out of box pops, but they would mostly buy out of box like type of grails stuff. Now, I almost forgot to mention Whatnot, but Whatnot, they are actually pretty good. They are amazing for buying and selling. And they don't just do Funko Pops, they also do, I think, Pokemon cards, Fid Pins, and sodas, and maybe something else that I'm not remembering. But I've sold one thing through Whatnot, and I've bought in a couple things off of Whatnot. But the thing is, with Whatnot, it's an app and website. Is it a website? I honestly don't know, but I know it's an app. But they verify every pop. They do a digital, I don't know how exactly they do it. They do a digital verification to see if it's real, so you know that you're not getting scammed. And if you're buying a grail, then you can pay a little extra for them to like hand inspect it. I'm pretty sure, I'm not 100% sure on that. But the shipping is pretty simple, and the price, you can like offer different prices. The buyer can like be like, maybe we can negotiate to this price, or you can stay firm, however you want to do it. And they have good ways of like doing quality wise, and I honestly think Whatnot's an amazing app. So I would recommend to go check out Whatnot, because that's also amazing. I can't believe I almost forgot them. Now, last up, I'm going to briefly mention Instagram, just like in general. I've only sold one pop on Instagram, but I would say the only reason I would sell a pop with like through communicating through Instagram and everything is if you really like trust the person and everything, because it's not going to go through eBay or Mercari or any of those ways. So what you would do is you'd package it yourself and ship it yourself and do all of that like you would do another pop. But and then they can pay you through PayPal, Venmo, however you want to work it out. PayPal and Venmo both have fees if you want to do it automatically. If you want to do it through a bank account, then it'll be no fee. And I've used both PayPal and Venmo, and I like both. I don't know what the exact price is, but for more expensive things it could be weird. And also PayPal has a weird pricing, like how they how they did it, because someone was paying me $37, no, I think it was like $38.50 they're paying me on PayPal, and from my end it was $37. That's what came through to me. And then when I wanted to pay it, I can't do it through banks, so like I have to do it instant. So it gave me a fee. So overall, I lost like $2, which isn't like horrible, I guess, but it is sucky. Versus Venmo, when they pay you, the only fee is the instant fee if you want to use that. So they both have the pros and cons. And I've never used Cash App, but I've heard a lot of people say good and bad things about it. But yeah, Instagram DMs, I don't know if I would fully trust a stranger who just DMs you or whatever. But if you think you trust the person and everything and they seem like a good person, then I would totally go for it because it's pretty good for selling pops. Now, for selling the pops, you want to know the condition of it and make sure you sell it well and everything. You want to make sure it's like the slightest creases. Of course, you could be selling to an out-of-box collector and they don't care that much about it, but still mark it down. Also with prices, I would say look at the market for the same pop, and you don't want to go like too low, that seems scammy, but you don't want to go too high, which is also scammy. You want to go like right in the middle, a little under what you see competition is at, so that yours will sell fast. Now here's packaging things that I would say are good for selling. I would say if you ever like buy a pop and everything, I would say keep enough boxes that you plan to sell. And you don't want to ship in a type of sorter box, or just put I know USPS does like some weird shipping, so I wouldn't put like a shipping label on a pop box, like that would be crazy. But I would say the best way to do it is, if it's like more expensive, I would say put it in a pop protector or soft protector or something like that if you have it, and put it in a relatively bigger box, but not like a too big box that'll move around. And then either packing peanuts or bubble wrap works. I've used both, and if you're using a bigger product, I would probably say packing peanuts, but if you're doing a smaller product, then bubble wrap is the way to go. But it's always not, you have to know where to put it. You can't just put it on like one part and then not do it the tops and bottoms or something. So you have to know, and you don't want it to move around anywhere in the box or anything. And then if you're using a place that already has the shipping label, then you can just print it somewhere and get it, like print it on your home printer and stick it on or whatever. Or if you don't have a home printer, I recommend FedEx because they're really good. You can print a piece of paper, and they have this like purple thing where you slide a piece of paper in, peel it off, and then put it onto a box, and it works perfectly. I've used that like for most of my things, and printing there is like pretty cheap if you're doing it like black and white, which why would you do color for some for shipping label and everything. But if you are doing like giving the buyer free shipping or whatever, then you could then you just go through how the company does it, whether that's UPS, USPS, or FedEx. Those are like the big three and everything. But yeah, it's pretty interesting shipping, but there are some risks and packaging and everything. But overall, I think it is a pretty good experience. Thanks for watching this video, but I would like to let you know, you don't have to always sell Funko Pops these days. You can sell pretty much anything. This is just how to sell things online. That's like kind of the tutorial, but since it is like I have a Funko channel, that's what I use it for. But I have sold like Matchbox cards and stuff on Mercari and everything, and I know Whatnot does different types of things, and eBay has pretty much everything. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, subscribe, turn on notification, do all that stuff. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay safe out there. Bye.